No, I do not. Woo! Fired up.
That's a pretty good entrance.
But I got a like dope onesie on.
Yeah.
What's up?
Where'd you get that?
Sheepskin Loft.
Oh,
Yeah,
local business.
Local business, and they're so nice there.
Did you get these there too?
Yeah, these are one of my pair.
Moccasins? They're moccasins, right?
Yeah, ow.
Show the butt flap. Was that your freaking
Groin?
Oh my god, that was loud. Oh my god. This just turned into a Nicki Minaj music video. What's up? That's who we are.
That's who we are, baby.
You know what I noticed about a lot of the channels and YouTubes and podcasts I watch?
What?
Everybody always introduces themselves.
Oh.
We don't. And like, I don't want to.
Because y'all better know who we are.
Yeah, it's like, why do we need to? Like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, we'll talk about a few things. So, like, today. So, I'll talk about my dog a little bit here because he's a little rascal.
Rascally.
A little rascal that cost his mom $300 to find out he's a fucking princess.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
A little drama queen. So, this dog, he is something else, I'll tell you. Mm-hmm. So, what's today? Thursday?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, yeah. So Tuesday night, I'm in my room, and all of a sudden I hear this like blood-curdling dog scream. And I'm like, oh god. And so I go to like come out to the living room to see what he did, because at first I thought he had like dropped something and like it was really loud bang, and I thought maybe he had gotten caught under something. And so he meets me at my doorway, and he's crying, he's throwing himself on the floor and having a fit. Wants to be picked up. I pick him up, bring him to bed, I lay on my bed with him, and he's just crying, being a little sucky. And I put him down, and he's packing his leg. And it's like, he's packing it, but like packing it in a weird way that's like kind of like hanging out to the side a little bit. Like, you've seen it. Like, it was kind of like, it kind of looked like he was almost dislocated the way he was holding it.
It definitely did, yeah.
And so, like, I played with his legs, like, got him out to hold him. I played with his legs, you know, like, trying to see if I can feel anything. He's not, like, sensitive to touch at all.
Yeah, he wasn't yelping or, like, whining.
No. So I'm like, all right, I guess I better take him into the vet. Well, I was like, I'm going to sleep on it and see if he's better in the morning. Morning comes around, he's still packing around, running around on 3 legs. I'm like, oh shit, like, can barely pee and stuff because he's like trying to like hold his leg up, trying to squat. I'm like, okay. So I get a vet appointment, take him to the vet. They x-ray him. $300 later. Yeah, we don't think anything's wrong with it. I'm like, okay. And I noticed, like, at work, you know, he would like pack it along, and then he would like roll over and lay on his back, and he would just be like, okay, pick me up. I'm done. I don't want to walk anymore. And when you pick him up, like, he literally dead hangs himself. Like, he makes you pick him up, and he wants to be held like a baby. Like, what have I created?
Yeah, I was going to say, you did that.
So then he, like, he'll be playing with the cat, and I'll be like, oh, Henry, like, be careful. And the next thing you know, he's, like, acting, like, somewhat normal. And the next thing you know, he's, like, got his leg up again. Like, oh, like, Mom, help me.
Yeah, like, when we came home today, he was, like, jumping up on Remy with both paws on his hind legs and, like, running in a little circle. And then as soon as you came down the stairs, he started limping again. Like, what was that about? Like,
he's too smart. Like, you're not even 4 months old yet, dog, and you're already, like...
Hey, what are you doing? See? Oh, no. It's too late. I thought he was up.
Come here, Henry. Anyway, so that was kind of, like, comical. And, you know, like, he's such a character. So, like, every morning, and I'm, like, getting better at catching it now, but, like, I put him outside. I watch him go to the bathroom. We come inside. I feed him. I go get ready for work. Lately... He comes in, he takes a few bites of his food, and then he goes and he makes a mess on the floor. But not only does he make a mess on the floor, but he has to come and tell me that he's made a mess on the floor and been bad, because he'll open my bedroom door, he'll come and look at me, and he'll put his ears back, and he'll just like sheepishly like, I did something naughty. And so I'll be like, what did you do? And his little ears go back, and he'll frickin' show me, and then he'll coward. And it's like, bro, why don't you just come and tell me before you make a mess on the floor? And then you get lots of praises, and you don't get a spank on the bum then.
Yeah, he's a silly dog. But
today he whined at the door like a good baby.
Yeah, he's getting really good at going outside now, which
he is
nice.
Pretty smart. Like, he's a character.
He's too smart.
He's too smart. Yeah.
Like, he's already too smart. He's going to be fucking with us in the summer somehow. like hiding or something, and we're like, "Where are you?" And then he's just gonna be like, "Hey, I was right here the whole time." Like,
sucker.
I don't know why that comes to mind, but I feel like that's gonna happen. But
yeah, no, he's a good doggo.
He's smart because the other day when I was home sick with Remy, I put him outside and he wouldn't come. Like, he just wouldn't come inside. And he was out there for quite a while, and I was just worried because I didn't want to get him to get stepped on by the horse because he was messing with the horse. And so I went out. I had to go out and physically drag him inside. And so the next day, we were here again. She was sick again. And I'm like calling him, like, Henry, come here. And then he wouldn't come. So I put him in my shoes, and as soon as I start walking over towards him, he ran towards the house because he was like, oh, she's going to drag me back again. Like, so yeah, it's like he learned within one day, he was like, all right, I'm going to go back to this bitch because she's, you know what I mean? Like, he's
like, a card.
Yeah, he's just. And
he does the old like head tilt when you're talking to him too. Like if you talk to him, he goes,
yeah,
like he's listening to you.
He's a good boy.
He's like, tell me more.
He's a good boy.
Good boy.
Speaking of good boys, why are there so many more women not wearing masks in the grocery store than there are men?
Like, I don't really, okay, so here's my problem with it, okay? I really don't give a flying fuck whether you're wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. No. That is your personal choice. That is your personal preference. What you do, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But don't behind closed doors fucking and then follow
the rules.
And just roll over and be like... Ew.
Like Henry
when he's bad. Submit. Look at my pecker.
Yeah.
Take all I have. I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
Well, clearly, like you might as well just fucking. It's like you got caught with your dick in your hand, you know? Like,
right? Like I don't like. Again, yeah, I feel the same way. I just was making an observation that it seems like there's a lot more women who are willing to like fuck it than there are men, which is crazy because I feel like we've done that to men.
But you feel like men have never really had to challenge anything, whereas women have always had to challenge things. So it's like...
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
So it's like, whatever. But I think my biggest problem with anything is that, if you're going to like talk about things behind closed doors or act so passionate about things, then go and do the opposite. Get out of here.
I know.
It's really unattractive.
It is very unattractive to like not be a strong-willed person. Like, it's just, yeah.
Sorry,
yeah, I know. She's putting Henry outside, and I'm alone. But, yeah. I just, like, there are so many people that I've met in the last year that are just like, like, this is so stupid. I'm never doing this. I'm never doing that. You know, I'll bring a freaking rifle to the grocery store before I take a shot and, like, shit like that. And it's like, yeah, I feel your passion. But then when you turn around and do exactly what you have been talking shit about for 365 days, it's like, okay, like, did you even mean it? Like, the things that I talk about with conviction because I fully believe it. And there's nothing that can make me fold. Like, yes, I'll have conversations. Yes, I'll look at data. Yes, I'll whatever. But I'm very strong in my position, and I don't just yap. Like,
well, especially now, like more and more people are coming forward.
Yeah,
you know, like they're not able to censor things as much anymore. Because it's just like it's unfolding and it's crumbling.
The narrative is crumbling. Yeah, for sure. And so it's interesting. I just don't understand. And like I think that like men have kind of gotten, and feminists are going to hate this, but like men have gotten a bad rap in the last like few years, last decade even, because we made up the phrase toxic masculinity. And do I believe that there are men out there who are toxic? Of course I do. But the phrase toxic masculinity almost suggests that that being masculine in itself is toxic. But like being masculine is so necessary
Why are you drooling?
For-
Your cat's drooling on my hands.
Ew. She's totally... Are we, like, synced with her? Like, we're gonna get our periods? Is she gonna be fucking weirding around at the same time? Like, are we synced with the fucking cat?
I don't know.
That's insane. if
Sorry,
we are.
but anyways, I just...
No, I know. I love her. She's very distracting. Yeah, so we've had this attack on men. And...
Yeah, and some men and some women are extremely toxic.
Yeah.
But we still need men to be masculine, you know? Like it's just...
And stand up
Biologically,
for themselves.
that is what you're meant to do.
Yeah, but it's like we've like artificially snuffed it out over
Well, Christ, now, like, the worst thing you could be is a white male with an opinion.
I know. Yeah.
You're a fucking villain if you think for yourself and you're a white man.
Probably a racist.
Probably a
white
racist,
supremacist.
probably a white supremacist, might even be a fucking terrorist at this point.
Oh my god. Like, I just can't. At the Freedom Convoy, there was a black guy standing there with a sign that said, "I'm a racist." It was so funny. It's like, man.
But, like, the thing of it is, like, the more we bring attention to it, the more there's going to be racism. Like, why can't we just, like, move on? Like, I don't know. Like, if more and more people... And that's the thing, too. Like, I think that's, like, what I hate is, like, yeah, these people are, like, pointing their fingers, you know, and being like, well, I don't care if you don't associate yourself with that. If you are with this group, you're lumped in with them. Like, what?
Do you not realize how...
Like, this is a great opportunity
is?
to have discussions. And a great opportunity to bring more people together. But instead, y'all are just dividing people with your divisive fucking narrative. And, like, like it said, like, you've been played. Like, you've been played by the media. Like...
And a lot of them won't admit that. They're just doubling down on the white supremacist narrative. Because it's easy. It's easy to demonize white supremacists. Of course it is. Nobody likes white supremacists, okay? No, but that's the problem, that the people they're calling that aren't actually that. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, we should call out racism. Absolutely we should. But where it exists, not just anybody who's against what you personally... Like, how... Like, why... Why did COVID and, like, mask wearing get lumped in with, like, Black Lives Matter? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is it that if you want freedom and you don't want to get vaxxed, you're racist? But if you're getting vaxxed and wearing a mask, you're not racist. Like, how do those have anything to do with each other?
But the thing of it is, though, is, like, that's the thing, is that, like, the... mainstream media has pushed it into this agenda because they know that people are already frustrated. They know that people are already scared and fearful and broken down. So it's the perfect time to inject more divisive measures.
Yeah. Did you see that they fucking... These losers, man. They staged an arson in Ottawa. These fucking idiot Antifa losers posted all this shit about...
I'm just going to bring something up here that I...
Yeah, I posted all this shit about these people associated with the trucker convoy came into our building and tried to light these bricks on fire. And then but in fact, like, so they tried to say that it was truckers, right? But in the surveillance footage, it's a young kid with purple hair and a mask on, and then a bald guy with 2 masks on. You're telling me that those are the truckers who are fighting the mandates with purple hair and 2 masks on? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to read this off because I have actually fact-checked all of this myself. Okay, so Global News is owned by Chorus Entertainment. Chorus Entertainment is owned by Shaw Corp. Shaw Corp is... being acquisitioned by Rogers Media right now. It has not gone through yet, but they have a 26-point-something billion deal on the table right now with them. Rogers Media is owned by Vanguard Group. Want to know who Vanguard Group owns? Pfizer, Moderna, Merck, and Johnson & Johnson. They also own Walmart, part of Walmart, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all these crazy things. Vanguard Group also owns Facebook, who owns Instagram and WhatsApp. You want to also know who owns part of Facebook? Bill Gates. Facebook has deleted Freedom Convoy 2022 group with almost 1 million followers and is banning people who are posting live streams. Rogers Media has blacked out cell service in Ottawa so people can't live stream. Is this making sense yet? Are we catching on yet? Or do we need another 2 years to flatten the curve? But, like, these are all things that I have looked up. And, like, the Vanguard group is actually also affiliated with, like, this other group. So a lot of, like, Vanguard is actually double dipped into a lot of other... into these companies. So, like, you think, oh, like, Vanguard owns this many shares, but actually, because they're lumped in with this company, who is, like, another, like, top dog in a lot of these companies, owns them too. It's Black something. I can't remember the exact name, but anyways, it was just really interesting information. And, like, this is something, like, I went and I looked and I seen all their shares and everything, and it's just super fucking interesting that they're all in bed with each other. Like, why would you trust that? Why are we trusting people that have no business meddling in medical decisions, meddling in that?
Why are we trusting a guy who created the virus for his own fucking computers? Why are we trusting... You know what I mean? Like, Bill Gates created Microsoft, and then Bill Gates created the viruses to attack Microsoft computers. And now we're trusting a guy who is providing the antidote for, you know...
A virus that was man-made.
A virus that was man-made. Like, what the hell? Like, people... as much as I know how, like, you know, it's... Because you've been force-fed the fact that these things are conspiracy theories, and by the way... the definition of conspiracy theory is like you have a theory about people conspiring to do something. That what she just read is 100% fact, that Bill Gates and all these groups are conspiring against us. And I really, really, really hope that, even though this sounds silly and like a little bit crazy, I hope you just look into it, because once you start looking into it, you'll start noticing. Like, you know what you know already. But once you start looking into it, you will start putting things together. And be like, oh, that's why this is there. Oh, that's why this is there. Oh, that's why Justin Trudeau has that relationship with that person. Oh, that's why Bill Gates has this relationship with that person. Like, they're all intertwined, intermingling, and all their companies are part of each other. And once you start recognizing that and realizing those are the people in control of all of us, it like starts to kind of, then you can start to see the other side of things. So I really hope that...
And once you see the other side of things too, you just can't stop connecting the dots.
No, and like I saw a really good post the other day that was like, do you see anybody going from the freedom side to let's lockdown? No, you don't, because it's waking up out of that psychosis to being awake to everything that's happening, right? Like, you can't... No. Once you know everything, you can't go back to not knowing. Like,
no.
I mean, you could try to take the blue pill and go back to your regular life, but I don't think it would work.
Yeah, I feel like I've stopped going down so many rabbit holes myself, just because it is really consuming. And it is really discouraging, because, like, you read these crazy things and you just, like, want to share it with people, and they're just like, you're fucking nuts. And you're
I
like,
know.
okay. So, like, I've, like, kind of, like... tamed myself down a little bit, and I just kind of, you know, when I see things, I just, yeah, you know what that means? I'll tell you what it means. And like, eventually, like, you know, just watching casual TV and you start pointing out all these, like, fucked up things, like, people start being like, you know, like, it's really hard not to see. And yeah, you just, like, you can't force people to see things that they aren't ready to, like, if it's in there, because in their mind, if that's their opinion, if you try and change their mind, it feels like a personal attack on them.
Well, it's cognitive dissonance, right? It's they don't understand. They don't understand that the beliefs they have in their head are contradicting with reality, basically. And so it's really hard to reconcile that. What's...
Henry, enough.
What's wrong?
He just wants to go downstairs and eat cat food out of the bag, even though he ate his supper today.
Yeah, he was playing with his foods. He's probably hungry, but...
Yeah, I'll give him a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah.
Kid wants to eat.
He's a grown boy.
Come here, child. You want to eat some more... What time is it?
It's 8:30.
Mm. I guess you get a little snacky snack.
Yeah, so please, stand up for yourself, men, and go down some fucking rabbit holes for us, please. just a couple.
And then come have a jolly good old time.
Yeah. Oh, Kate, like, we gotta sit down and book guests. We have so many people we want to have on here. Peggy, fucking Sean, Victor. There's others. There's people in our inbox. So we gotta like schedule that. So we're gonna have guests soon because
we should start that actually next week.
Yeah.
Well,
we're very close to having the room ready.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay, well that's the end of that chapter. Oh, frick. Oh my god, yup, me mama, ooh, yup, me mama, yup, me mama when the morning comes. God, is that our thing now? Oh man, we're gonna be known as the fucking dumb chicks who talk about yup all the time.